Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this broadcast. Thank you so much for your continued support in this channel. Justice for Ojwang. You've watched and listened to the total shutdown happening in this country. And when I analyzed that today is going to be demonstration in the morning, I told you very well that all this demonstration is a clear indication that Ojwang was murdered by the rogue police officers. A friend of mine have sent me again a photo of Ojwang, how he was tortured. I am seeing it here, but due to family guidelines, I will not expose the photo. He decided to send it for me, but I will not display the photo because it is so sad and traumatizing picture. Why are Kenyans storming the street? Why are they demanding justice for Ojwang? The police officers who killed the innocent young man who had just left the family, in fact, a young baby. There's no one showing us the kind heart the police officers were having, because the evidence is well explained that the police officers were kindless, they were arrogant, and they were not bothered because their boss is also not bothered. Professor Ogola is also confirming to us that Ojwang was killed by the government of William Samoei Ruto. Police boss knows that. Murkomen knows that. President RUTO knows that. And there is a demand that they're supposed to be in custody.
Professor Fred Ogola, I am here representing Operation Linda Jamii and the Council of Luo Elders, because this is touching the lake, and has touched the lake in a very deep way. So, as far as we stand here, we know that Ojwang was alive and kicking with his family. And he was picked when he was alive and kicking, now he's dead. So already a violation has taken place. We are just investigating who, why, how, but the violation has taken place. He has been killed by the state, by the government. That is true and is undisputable. We're already finding out when we started the investigation that the policemen are already trying to interfere by interdicting and suspending the police officers. It means they have committed a crime, because you cannot interdict somebody who is innocent. And then by trying to give us stories which can't work, we are going to assure you as citizens of Kenya, we are not just relying on their investigation. We are doing our own investigation, and we shall compare notes when they have their notes and we have our notes. We are not going to let it on their hands and they tell us that samples have disappeared.
You've watched and listened to Professor Ogola. I want us to dig deep into this, ladies and gentlemen. I know it is a very sad story. I have seen even Nurokanga visited police station demanding justice for Ojwang, which is very nice and so impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, this country needs a lot of change. The leaders are just not bothered. How can you abduct someone from all the way, I question this, from all the way to Homa Bay or Migori up to Nairobi? Then the end result is death. Hata kama ni kuchukia mtu. Hata kama ni kuchukia mtu. Hata kama huyo mtu ame violate freedom of expression in social media. Must you just treat him as someone who is a dead body? Surely. Why should we have this compassionate heart to ourselves? Then the Luo people are calling themselves, we are in a broad-based government. As long as Raila is alive. Who is alive? As long as Raila is alive. Was William Ruto's unity with Raila Odinga was meant to kill the people from Lake region? And I told you very well that if it is so, then William Ruto is trying to use this strategy. Put the enemies closer and finish the enemy. Now, because Luo people, Luo community are known for always demonstration and attacking the police officer, and due to their courageous. Now, William Ruto want to use them by putting, want to finish them by putting them closer, using Raila Odinga. Then the end result is what the police officers have done to Ojwang. That is why Kenyans, I thank Kenyans, because they never keep quiet. Kenyans are tribeless. The only thing they have done is storm the street and fighting for justice for Ojwang. They are showing the international community, they are showing the BBC, they are showing to any other person that Ojwang was murdered, he was killed by the rogue police officers under William Ruto's administration, and this is a clear indication or reflection that William Ruto is a one-term head of state because he has failed. Even him is very much perplexed. That is why he's quiet and never come out and demanding justice for Ojwang, because he knows what his administration did. Kwani kwa hawa sel wote Ojwang ndiye angekuwa na uwezo wa kupiga kichwa kwa ukuta. Wenye walikuwa wako wanapiga kichwa kwa ukuta. Hata kama ni kujiua. Let us try to be realistic. That is the drama. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your take as they storm the street demanding for Ojwang justice? I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your continued support in this broadcast always. Bye-bye.